Alright everyone, welcome back. In this video tutorial I want to show you how to actually log in and then manipulate the blog site. WordPress is one of the most popular, if not the most popular blogging software or avenue out there. You'll see WordPress blogs everywhere. Now WordPress that we're using right now is it's free, the free version. You could pay to have more features, the premium version, but for us just starting out, the free version is going to work just fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and log in. So you can see I'm already at my site, toroeducator.wordpress.com, and then I'm going to go ahead and click login. I'm going to type in my username and password. And once you're in, this is the dashboard. This is the control area. Only you can see this part of it. The front side that we just came from is what other people, students, would be able to access if you were using this in school. This little video over here is a quick little overview of what WordPress is. It's less than 2 minutes. I know one of the first things that we always end up doing in class is, hey, how do we change the appearance of the actual blog page? So if I click on blog here, you can see what the blog looks like on the outside. Okay, you can see in this theme that picture changes. I'm going to go back to my dashboard. In case you missed that, that's all I did. So right now I'm on the dashboard. If I click on the My Blog, this button right here, I go back to what other people would see. It's a way you can do it without having to log in and out. You can see it from both sides. Alright, so I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and we're going to go down here to where it says Appearance, and then we're going to pick a new theme. Now there are several themes that are already here. Okay, you can see that's a premium one you have to pay for, and I think that's crazy talk, so I'm not doing that. You can click on A to Z. There are 15 random themes out of 124. Let me just say popular themes. And these were usually two common default ones there. This one looks pretty neat, a fresh theme, a freshy theme. I can preview it and see what it looks like, and that looks pretty neat, huh? If you don't like it, you can preview others. That one looks pretty cool too. Let me take a quick check of that one. Again, if you decide that's not what you want, you just close it out. Now in this case, I think I'm going to actually go ahead and go with this one. You can pick whatever one you want, and we'll see how we do. I hit activate, so now that's my current theme. If I click on my blog, that's what Toro Educator looks like now. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to go back to the dashboard. Alright, so now let's manipulate a couple other things. You noticed probably on my blog site, the Toro Educator, it's all jammed together in just another WordPress blog. We can change that. So if I go back to the dashboard and I go to Settings and General, the very first one, I can actually change that now. And instead of just another WordPress blog, I can call it put some kind of great saying in there, whatever you can come up with. You can see my email addresses in there if I would want to change that for email contacts and so on. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and say Save Changes, and then I'm going to click on My Blog, and you will see now there's a space there and where learning begins. Okay, so let's get into how to actually make a post. Now, the way blog sites work is, as the administrator of it, you post discussion type items or maybe a video, and then people make comments on that material. Now, the way I would see this used in the classroom is, let's just say I teach an English class and we're reading Lord of the Flies. And if the way curriculum or in schools are right now, everything's structured where you have to be certain places certain times. So maybe that in-depth conversation that you would like to have, you just can't have because there's not enough time in the class period of the week. So you could post some more in-depth questions out there and have people respond to those questions in your class. Good way to challenge your high-achieving kids, and maybe a good way to get some of those quiet kids that don't feel comfortable speaking up in front of the whole class to maybe come free a little bit online in that kind of environment. So a good way to continue the conversation even beyond the classroom. So what I want you to do is where it says posts, we're going to go ahead and click on posts. You can see that we have that generic one that everybody has. It's just the first one. It says hello world. We're just going to trash it because we don't need it. Okay, so the way I did that is you don't see the tools unless you mouse over it. See, when you mouse over it they come up. So we're just going to say trash. We don't need that one. That's just a generic one. Alright, so now we want to actually add a new post. So up here we're going to say add new, because we're under the post, so add new. And what will the title of it be? Well, I'm going to call mine my first post. Okay, and then here I'm going to write what did you think of chapter 3? Just some comment like that. Okay, and then when I come over here and actually say publish, that's what we have. Now, what does it look like? Well, let's click on the My Blog and go to the other side, and there it is, my first post. What do you think of chapter 3? And as people wanted in this version or theme of WordPress, people would click here and then they would be able to comment on the post. Okay, so there's always somewhere on WordPress where you actually add comments to the post, okay, if you would so want to. Alright, so let's go back to the dashboard. I'm going to show you how to add something else. Let's go back to posts, and we're going to say add new, and we're going to say my first video post. Okay, now we got to have video to put in here, right? So I'm going to just open up another tab, and I happen to know great places to get videos. It's a place called YouTube. And then on YouTube, I'm going to search for one of my favorite people, Ken Robinson. And we'll take that one right there. And right here's Ken's video. It's 20 minutes long. I don't have to wait for it to come all the way up. And this is the video I want, okay? It's Sir Ken Robinson to Schools Create Creativity. So for me to add that, you see the button that says share here, share or embed this video. We're going to do what's called embedding. So I'm going to click on share, and down here you can see what the URL would be for that video, but that's not what I want. I want the embed code, this right here. So I'm going to click on embed. Now this is all highlighted already for me in YouTube. So I'm going to right click and say copy. I'm going to go back to my blog site, and this is a tricky part, okay? You can't leave it on visual because what you have is code. So what we have to do is click on this tab that says HTML. Okay, I'm going to click in here and say paste, and because I'm on HTML I'm good. I'm going to say publish, and when it's all done we should be in good shape. Let's go back to my blog and look at what we have here, my first video post, and I got Sir Ken embedded on my page. Pretty cool, huh? So I got my first video, or my first post, and then my first video post. Okay, alright, so let me go back to the dashboard. Now, one of the things that always comes up is how do we control who makes discussion or comments? Well, you can control this, okay? So let's go down to settings, and then you see discussion right here. So here are your settings for the discussion. Now there's a lot of ways you can manipulate it. It gives you a lot of freedom. But you may not want to get an email every time someone posts a comment. You may, depends on how busy your site ends up being. A comment is held for moderation. This is only if you want emailed for that. I'm going to say no because I don't want emails for every little thing. This for if someone subscribes, say, if someone says, hey, this is a pretty cool blog site, or maybe you are using it and students want to subscribe to it, you may want to have that on there just so you know. But basically, the way mine's set up right now is I don't get an email for anything because I don't want it filling up my email box. Okay, and before a comment appears, an administrator must always approve a comment. If you're a teacher, you're using it in a classroom environment, you definitely want to have that set. Comment author must have a previously approved comment. That's not really necessary. What this means here is an administrator must always approve the comment. As soon as a comment is given, it does not appear on the site until you go in and actually approve the comment. Okay, so that means if Johnny's mad at Linda and wrote something nasty about Linda's comment, no one will ever see it because it would have to get past you and you would have to approve it before it would appear on the site. Alright, just down here, let's just say I like this feature right here. Let's just say that maybe someone one of the students is making nasty comments all the time. Well, those nasty comments don't appear, but you still have to discard them all the time. Well, you can actually blacklist the IP address of comment makers, so you could actually put it in here so you don't even have to deal with it anymore. It'll just automatically go to garbage. So that's a nice little feature too. Down here, everybody likes the show avatars. Sometimes you can have it randomly do them. I'm going to do waveatar. Doesn't really matter. It's just generated. Makes it random. But remember now, all we've changed, I'm going back up to the top, is I just took all the email stuff off and I just said an administrator must always approve the comment. I just talked a little bit about the blacklist, even though I didn't put anything in there. All of this you can manipulate however you like. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then I just changed my avatar. And you have to say save changes if you want those changes to take effect. And then we are in good shape. Alright, in the next video I'm going to show you how you actually approve comments and a couple of other nice features as well. Okay? If you have any questions on this, please don't be afraid to let me know.